I can't afford it. I'm just bad with money. People like me never get rich. If any of those sound familiar, your bank account might be obeying your vocabulary. This video isn't about budgeting hacks or side hustles. It's about the sentences running in the background of your mind that quietly keep you broke, overworked, and underpaid. 10 short phrases said on autopilot can sabotage your decisions, shrink your opportunities, and turn every financial gain into a temporary high followed by a crash. Think of your self-talk as the operating system of your life. If the code is written in scarcity, no amount of working harder will permanently fix the glitches. Stay with me, because I'm going to walk you through 10 specific phrases, why they're so dangerous, and what to say instead so your words finally line up with the wealth you want to create. Money struggles often look like math problems, but they usually start as language problems. We repeat what our parents said, what our friends joke about, and what social media normalizes, and we don't question it. Over time, those phrases become rules, and those rules become limits. In this video, we're going to recode 10 of the most common self-talk scripts that keep people stuck in a broke mindset, even when they're intelligent, hardworking, and motivated. You'll hear the phrase, understand the psychology beneath it, and get a powerful replacement you can start using today. If you care about building wealth, this is not background noise. Watch through to the end so you don't miss any of the phrases you might be unconsciously using. And if you're serious about rewiring your money mindset, make sure you're subscribed with the notification bell turned on so you don't miss the next deep dives we have coming. Phrase number 1. I can't afford it. On the surface, this sounds responsible, but your brain treats it like a full stop. When you say, I can't afford it, you train your mind to shut down creativity, problem solving, and opportunity scanning. The hidden message is, this is beyond me, end of story. And when that becomes your pattern, you automatically filter out chances to grow, earn more, or invest in yourself. Instead, try, how can I afford this responsibly? Or, what would need to be true for me to afford this? Now your brain has a question to answer. Questions pull your focus towards solutions. This isn't about justifying every impulse purchase. It's about refusing to let your default script be defeat. Next time something feels out of reach, education, coaching, a move, a business idea, pause before you say, I can't, and upgrade it to, how could I? Phrase number 2. I'm just bad with money. Notice the word just. It sounds harmless, but it locks your identity into place. When you tell yourself you're bad with money, your brain stops looking for evidence that you can learn. It starts collecting proof that you're right. You miss a payment? See, I'm bad with money. You overspend? Of course, that's who I am. Identity statements are powerful, dangerous when negative, life-changing when positive. The truth is, nobody is bad with money by nature. You're either untrained, uninformed, or emotionally triggered around money, and all of those are fixable. Replace it with, I'm learning to manage money well, or I haven't mastered money yet, but I'm getting better every month. That tiny shift moves money from being a fixed flaw to a skill you can grow, just like driving, reading, or learning a language. Phrase number 3. People like me never get rich. This one is brutal because it blends money with identity, your background, culture, education, or past mistakes. It sounds humble, but it's actually a powerful self-curse. Your brain hears, success isn't for me. If I try, I'll just prove I don't belong. So you procrastinate, undercharge, or play small to avoid the pain of confirming your own belief. Ask yourself, who taught you that? Was it a person who was actually wealthy and mentally healthy, or someone trapped in their own limitations? Recode it to, wealth is a skill, not a bloodline, or people from my background are starting to build wealth, and I'm one of them. You don't deny your story, you expand what's possible inside it. Every time you hear yourself say, people like me, pause. You're about to draw a box around your future. Make that box bigger, not smaller. Phrase number 4. It's not about the money. This sounds noble, and sometimes it's true, but many people use it as a shield to avoid confronting their discomfort with wanting more. When you say, it's not about the money, while stressing about bills, undercharging clients, or burning out at work, you create a split inside yourself. Your reality screams, "Money matters," while your words pretend it doesn't. Healthy truth. It's not only about the money, but money absolutely matters. It affects your health, freedom, generosity, and impact. Upgrade the phrase to, "It's about the life I want to create, and money is one of the tools." That lets you stay values-driven without sabotaging your financial goals. Stop shaming yourself for caring about income. People who say it's not about the money while constantly worrying about it are usually the ones most controlled by it because they won't look it in the eye. Phrase number 5, I'll start when, as in, I'll start saving when I make more. I'll invest when my debt is gone. I'll work on my business when life calms down. This phrase keeps you broke because when is a moving target. Your brain learns that financial action is always scheduled for a future version of you, never today's version. Life never fully calms down. There will always be a bill, a problem, a distraction. Recode it to, I start small now and scale later. That might mean saving $5, reading one page of a money book, or sending one email about your side project. Your nervous system doesn't trust big promises. It trusts repeated actions. Micro moves prove to yourself that you are the kind of person who starts now. Every time you hear, I'll start when, ask, what is the smallest possible version I can start today? Then do that, imperfectly, quietly, consistently. Phrase number 6, easy come, easy go. Sounds wise, right? But said often enough, it becomes a script that tells your brain, money that arrives unexpectedly is not safe to keep. So when you get a bonus, tax refund, or surprise client, you unconsciously rush to get rid of it. Through impulse spending, random upgrades, or bailing other people out, you reinforce the identity of someone who can't hold on to money, and your nervous system stays comfortable in scarcity. Recode it to, money flows to me and I manage it wisely, or unexpected money is a chance to build stability. Then back it up with a simple rule. Whenever money comes in, at least a small percentage automatically goes to savings, debt payoff, or investments. You're teaching your brain that keeping and growing money is just as normal as receiving it. That's how you slowly transition from financial whiplash to financial grounding. Phrase number 7, I don't need that much. On the surface, this sounds humble and content, but often it's a disguise for fear. Fear of responsibility, judgment, or disappointment. When you tell yourself you don't need much, you subconsciously aim low. You under-negotiate salaries, underprice your offers, and avoid opportunities that could significantly change your life. Here's the twist. Wanting more doesn't mean you'll become greedy. Money amplifies who you already are. If you're generous now, more will expand that generosity. Recode the phrase to, I'm grateful for what I have, and I'm open to more. Gratitude locks in stability. Openness invites growth. Allow yourself to define more on your terms. More time with family, more options, more margin, more giving. Stop using fake minimalism as a shield against your own potential. You're allowed to desire a rich life, financially, emotionally, and spiritually, without apology. Phrase number 8, I'll always be in debt. Maybe you grew up watching debt as a permanent lifestyle. Maybe your student loans feel like a life sentence. Say this phrase enough, and debt becomes part of your identity instead of a temporary situation. When your brain believes always, it stops looking for strategy. You pay minimums, avoid calling lenders, and never learn the skills that could shrink the timeline. Recode it to, right now I have debt, and I'm actively shortening how long it stays. Or, debt is a chapter, not my whole story. That subtle shift reopens possibility. Then pair the new phrase with action. even tiny ones. An extra payment of $5, a call to lower interest, learning a payoff method. You don't have to pretend debt is fun. You just have to stop worshiping it as permanent. Language is the first chisel that starts breaking the stone. Phrase number 9. I'm not the kind of person who, as in, I'm not the kind of person who invests. I'm not the kind of person who negotiates. I'm not the kind of person who talks about money. This phrase quietly handcuffs your future to your past. You define yourself by what you've already done rather than who you're capable of becoming. Notice the pattern. I'm not the kind of person who usually precedes a growth edge, something that feels intimidating but would expand your life. Recode it to, I haven't been the kind of person who king, but I'm willing to learn. Or, I'm becoming the kind of person who That one word, becoming, gives you room to evolve. Every financially confident person once wasn't that kind of person. They became it through first steps, awkward conversations, small investments, and learning from mistakes. Phrase number 10, if I make more, I'll just lose it somehow. This belief often hides under stories like, the government will take it, my family will expect it, or something always goes wrong. Your nervous system links more money with more chaos, pressure, or loss, so you unconsciously sabotage opportunities. You withdraw from promotions, stall your business, or overspend to get back to a safe level of discomfort. Recode it to, as my income grows, my wisdom and systems grow with it, or I'm learning to protect and multiply what I earn. Then actually build simple systems, an emergency fund, basic insurance, separate accounts, a percentage set aside for taxes. You're telling your brain, more money doesn't mean more chaos. It means more structure and choice. When you believe you can be trusted with more, you stop unconsciously shrinking back to what feels familiar. Bonus phrase that ties many of these together, that's just the way it is. This is the surrender phrase of the broke mindset. That's just the way it is, about low wages, expensive cities, family expectations, or your own patterns shuts down curiosity and responsibility in one shot. Reality check. Yes, systems exist. Yes, some people start with advantages, but if you lock "that's just the way it is" into your vocabulary, you remove your own agency. You stop asking, what can I change? What can I influence? Where's my leverage? Recode it to, that's how it is now, but what part of this can I change? Even if your answer is tiny, learning a new skill, moving to a cheaper area, finding better information, you've reactivated power. Broke language loves final sentences. Wealth language loves commas and questions because it leaves room for a different ending. Let's tie this together. You've just heard 10 phrases plus one bonus that quietly keep people broke. I can't afford it. I'm just bad with money. People like me never get rich. It's not about the money. I'll start when easy come, easy go. I don't need that much. I'll always be in debt. I'm not the kind of person who, and if I make more, I'll just lose it. Plus, that's just the way it is. All of them have one thing in common. They close the door. They turn possibilities into permanent limits. Your recode is simple. Replace final statements with curious questions and growth-focused identities. Shift from "I can't" to "how could I?" From "I am bad" to "I'm learning." From "always" and "never" to "for now." You don't have to believe every new phrase instantly. You just have to practice it long enough that your decisions start to change and your results will follow. Now it's your turn to recode. Pick the one phrase from this video that hit you the hardest, the one you've said to yourself for years. Write it down, then write your upgraded version right underneath. Say it out loud, put it on your phone. Catch yourself this week every time the old script tries to sneak back in. In the comments, share the phrase you're retiring and the one you're replacing it with. You'll be surprised how many people are fighting the exact same sentences. If this video helped you see your money self-talk more clearly, make sure you're subscribed and tap the notification bell so you don't miss the next mindset and money trainings. Share this with a friend who keeps saying, "I'm just bad with money," and needs a gentle call out. Your income will rarely rise beyond the story you tell about yourself. Change the story, and you change the ceiling. Start today.